everyone, it's Hayes, and in today's video we're going to be discussing theories about what Felix will be up to in this season of Miraculous. Now, I haven't read the show Bible. I know some of you have, but not everyone has. So please do not say in the comments, yeah, you're right about this, Hayes, no, you're wrong about that, maybe this will happen, or Felix is going to be in all of these different episodes. Please do not comment anything about the show Bible in any way, shape or form, and do not spoil it for other people. Let everyone else enjoy it. Thank you very much. So, let's briefly summarise Felix's time in the show so far. We first saw Felix in season 3, and after being annoyed with Adrian for not coming to his dad's funeral, although I would argue that probably wasn't Adrian's fault, Felix decides to dress up like his cousin, as you normally would, to tell all of Adrian's friends they're terrible people and try to kiss Ladybug. He certainly made some choices in that episode.
That's one way to put it.
And then he rounded it off with stealing Daddy Agrest's wedding ring, which is also arguably where his amok is. The next time we see him is in episode 9, Daddy Agrest, in season 4 for the party, and through zero effort, Felix works out his uncle is Shadow Daddy. Wow, amazing job. He gives his uncle a replica of the ring he stole, but when he accuses him of being Shadow Daddy, Gabriel loses it and akumatizes himself, as you do. Great move, except it doesn't work on Felix as he realises there are two of them. What a nightmare! Felix is back in Paris to have some more fun in Time for Risk, episode 25, where he once again swaps places with his cousin because he really likes perfume, and apparently travelling around the world with people like Lila. Great times. Before they leave, Felix steals replicas of the butterfly and peacock Miraculouses from the safe, and also gets to see his auntie chilling in the murder basement. This show. Such a fun time for all the kids watching it. Oh my god. He goes to the train station and Ladybug is like, Adrian, no, don't leave. But he's like, okay, whatever, bye.
Bye.
However, in Strike Back, Felix goes to the train toilets to attempt to use the Peacock Miraculous, but doesn't work because it's fake. However, Ladybug shows up and makes the worst decision of her life by giving him the Dog Miraculous. He does initially help her, but then betrays her by giving Shadow Daddy her yo-yo so he can steal all of the Miraculouses in exchange for the peacock. Wow, what a top 10 anime betrayal that was. Felix pops up in Multiplication, which was episode 2 of season 5, and his mum does seem largely unconcerned about his safety. My mum would literally die if she found out I'd just gone to Paris, and I'm 11 years older than Felix. But to be fair, I am also disabled, and would probably do what Eagle does and refer to French people as little croissants, so it's probably for the best. So, back to Felix. What's he going to be doing this season? I think it's obvious now he has the Peacock Miraculous. He will definitely be in episode 18, Emotion. That's the power of the peacock, so let's work around that. I definitely think we'll see him more this season than in the previous seasons, which only had 3 appearances by him in season 4 and only 1 in season 3. So I think he's going to be definitely more prominent this season. But will he work with Gabriel, babes? Prior to the season starting, I was like, nope, he's done. He only helped Gabriel to get the Peacock Miraculous in order to protect himself. I feel like Felix is definitely a scenty monster, and Gabriel did threaten to Thanos snap him in episode 9, as Gabriel still had the Peacock Miraculous then. But now Felix has it, he's protected, and no longer needs to help his uncle because Gabriel can't kill him. Or I guess he can if he stabs him or something, I don't know. I doubt that would happen in the show. But then again, murder basement. However, I personally found the ending of Multiplication kind of sinister, so let's explore 2 routes. One where Felix helps Gabriel and one where he doesn't. I feel like Felix helping him would be a fairly straightforward path. Whenever Felix comes back to Paris, possibly on Gabriel's request, Felix creates scenty monsters for him to use against Ladybug and Cat Noir. What form these would take, I have no idea, but I've always said that if I was Ladybug, after the events of Optigami, I would have been very, very worried about that happening again. Felix also knows very well that Adrian is Ladybug's weak spot, so I think making a scenty monster of Adrian could be a good idea. And I think this would eventually accumulate in Felix either helping Gabriel at the end of the season to help try and defeat Ladybug and Cat Noir, but as we know, this is the end of the Agrest arc this season, meaning Gabriel is going to be defeated, so I also think it's possible Felix will help Lila overthrow him, but I don't think Lila and Felix would work well together. I made a whole video on it, I'll link it above, but basically Ladybug and Cat Noir, and also with Gabriel and Natalie, Cat Noir and Natalie are content to let the other person in the relationship be in charge and they will help them. In my opinion, Felix and Lila are not like that. They both are very dominant personalities and both want to be in charge, and they would not work well together, whether in a romantic relationship or working together like Natalie and Gabriel do, like Ladybug and Cat Noir do. So I do think it's a possibility he could work with Gabriel and or Natalie, but I am hoping he won't. To me, as of right now anyway, from what we've seen so far, Felix is still definitely an anti-hero to me. He's neither a good or bad person, but does good or bad things for his own benefit. Like Shrek.
Oh, hello there!
I bloody love Shrek, mate. Best one is Shrek 2. No one can convince me otherwise, but we're not here to talk about Shrek, sadly. But because Felix is an anti-hero, I'm not sure he'll work with Gabriel again. He's got what he wants, but I'm not so sure Felix will betray Gabriel. Like I said, he's not a good person either. And if he went to Ladybug and Cat Noir to tell them that, like, do you think they'd actually believe him when he said, oh yeah, Monarch Daddy's this person? They'd be like, no, go away. Marinette and Adrian, quite rightly, don't really like Felix that much anymore, and can you blame them? Marinette lost all the Miraculouses because of him, and Adrian isn't happy about Felix doing that to his lady. Even though he is finally falling for Marinette this season, only took him half a decade, bloody hell, get him some glasses, somebody please, he still definitely cares about Ladybug, as shown in Evolution and Multiplication. So when Felix returns to Paris, which I'm going to take a stab in the dark and guess he'll be back in episode 8, Reunion, because that's what reunion means. And I think whoever sees Felix first between Adrian and Marinette will immediately punch him in the throat, maybe not that, but they're not going to be happy to see him. But I don't really think Felix cares if they like him, to be honest. He looked pretty sad in Strike Back when he saw the way Ladybug treated the scenty monsters. He wasn't very happy with her, so he's not Ladybug's biggest fan either, so I guess this has worked out for the best, I don't know. That brings us on to what Felix will do with the Peacock Miraculous. Honestly, I just think he wants to protect himself, but I think he will either make scenty monsters for Gabriel or Lila, or help Ladybug and Cat Noir and use it with them. I think once confronted by Adrian and Marinette, or more likely Ladybug and Cat Noir, Felix will reveal he has the Peacock Miraculous, but lie and tell them he never found out Gabriel's identity in the process, and agree to help them defeat Monarch Daddy as long as he gets to keep the Peacock Miraculous. And I think he will 100% tell Ladybug he is a scenty monster. I do feel like that's the only way Ladybug would accept what he did. He did it in order to save himself because she knows how bad Hawkmoth is and what he would do to Felix if Felix let him keep the Peacock Miraculous. I could see Ladybug not being ecstatic and super happy with that compromise, but I think it'd be something she'd be willing to do if he is a scenty monster. However, I do think Felix is going to help them in secret. Felix isn't in the best position. He knows Gabriel's identity, which will allow him to help a lot, even if he chooses not to tell Ladybug and Cat Noir who Shadow Daddy is. But if Gabriel finds out what Felix is doing, he's going to go after him for sure. So I think he could help them in secret, and there'll be like a gotcha moment right at the end. Of course, this in part would involve Felix stepping out of being an anti-hero and becoming more like a hero, I don't think much will be needed for this. The way Gabriel has acted thus far this season is showing how much he's losing it, and I think it's a real possibility that Felix could start off helping his uncle, but once he sees how Gabriel is becoming as a person, I think Felix is going to be like, you know what, this isn't going to be good for my mental health. I'm going to help the more sane side in this fight. Or maybe I'm just being optimistic and trying to see the best in Felix, and he really will just go full-on evil. I really hope not. He's not my favourite, but I would like for him to become a nicer character, but those are just my thoughts, besties. Honestly, we don't have a great deal to go off with Felix. He's very interesting, quite mysterious, but I think it's going to be a great series. He's going to bring a lot to the table. I can't wait to see what he's going to do. So I'd love to know what you think Felix is going to be up to this season, besties, and I'll see you in the next one.